Every time people talk about a race war, notice it's never black, it's always white people using the term race war. We don't want that. We want what we've always wanted since the beginning of being in this country. That is the right. The same right that all these other people have. It's not this difficult. I've been very composed, and I've been trying to stay composed this entire time. And I'm really working on it right now. So let me just gather myself. But it's not that hard to see. The people who don't see it don't want to see it. I don't have sympathy for people who don't see it anymore. I've honestly never had sympathy for people who don't see it, but I at least gave them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you'll learn. This is the social media age. Now there's visual evidence. Maybe you'll get it now. But I don't have that anymore. People are tired. Woo! We are so tired. There are black people who are like, I don't want to march. Because we've been marching. I'm tired. I'm tired of putting myself in danger. And it's not danger from the protesters. Danger from the police who don't value me. In danger of the white supremacist group who are shooting crossbow and arrows at people, who are shooting at people, who are running people over with their cars. How do we not see where the issue is, and why is everyone being so in the media political? This isn't a political issue. This is going to take politics. The issue is in politics, but it's not a political issue. But it's so much deeper than politics. It's in the veins of this country, in the veins in which this country operates. There is racism running through its veins. And of course there's sexism. And of course there's xenophobia. And of course this country is rampant with classism. And of course there's more hornets. And of course there's a pandemic. And of course there's an economic decline. And of course people are losing their jobs. I'm not on here trying to say anything that's a lie. I watch myself as a black woman. I am so careful about the things that come out of my mouth because they can be taken any which way. And I try to be so careful to just speak what I've either seen with my own eyes or know to be true. Or my feelings, which are extremely valid, which nobody seems to care about the way that black people feel. I wasn't in this position a year ago. This profile, this many people didn't know who I was a year ago. And I remember every time these things happened, when I was out there and when I was trying to be a part of the change, I would look to these people, these influencers, these artists, these famous people and say, where are your voices? Why aren't you speaking up for us? And now I'm looking at where we are and who I am in all of this, and I have to realize that responsibility as well. It would be irresponsible for me to not reflect the times. It would be irresponsible for me to not tell the truth. For decades, they have used this tactic of infiltrating our peaceful protests, infiltrating our peaceful demonstrations. There was training in the 60s on how to deal with white agitators at sit-ins. Black people sitting there having to endure dogs nipping at their feet, attacking them, white people throwing things at them, bottles, water hoses, heckling, batons. There's literal training for it. So this ain't new. There has been a long history of our peaceful demonstrations or our pain or our narrative getting infiltrated by and unaffiliated anarchists who jump to the opportunity to spin our narrative. So that the person who was appointed president of the United States could call us thugs without even thinking twice. This may be a controversial thing to say, but you are mistaken if you think the majority of these fires and vandalism is caused by Black people or Black protesters or Black Lives Matter protesters or allies. You are mistaken. There is too much visual evidence, and we have seen it with our own eyes, and now we have documented it with our own devices, and now it is put on broadcast. And the media outlets need to stop acting like they don't know what it is. There's a lot of times I'm watching and they're like, and a lot of these are not the protesters. We don't know what happened here. All of a sudden it got rowdy. It was peaceful today and we don't know what happened. Say what happened. There was just a mass arrest of looters in Minnesota who in Minneapolis, who don't even live there, who aren't even from there. And that's just fact. You see the videos of people standing on their porch and then at? I am a pacifist. I am. Excuse me. And I know some people who aren't. There's some people who are tired of trying to find peace. There's people who are ready for whatever. Let's go. I ain't mad at that either. But it doesn't matter what side you're on, whether it is war, peace, revolution, resolution, all of it. Can we all just agree that this just comes down to that basic human right of not wanting to be brutalized by the people who we pay tax dollars every year to protect us under the guise of protection? Can we just all agree that that's what this is? This isn't, it isn't deeper than that. I mean, racism is deep. The oppression is deep. But the issue is right there, and they have so many tactics to distract us from the issue that is right there. Now, I just posted about a sit-in. I sent it to every white that I know. I sent it to Black people with the option, because at this point we are tired and we do need our allyship. And there are going to be white groups that infiltrate and try to agitate and try to make what we're doing look bad. Period, right now. I don't know if it's going to happen at the thing God forbid, I pray it doesn't. But it's been happening. And it almost makes me think, what can we do to hold ourselves responsible and accountable for the person next to us? We shouldn't have to endure that, but what can we do? Is there a code word? And to the police, why are you not arresting the white groups? Why are you not shooting rubber bullets at them? All these people who say not all cops are bad cops. I would love to see the good cops. Because this is the most outrage I've seen as a country. And that is starting to give me the first semblance of hope that I've had in a long time. I really do believe in the good of people. And maybe that makes me naive. But I've seen Minneapolis. I've seen Minneapolis rise up and do incredible things. And this isn't the first time. I've seen Minneapolis show love and support. I've seen the community, I've seen the Black community, the indigenous people there, the LGBTQIA community. And there are beautiful people. They didn't ask for any of this. All they asked for, sorry. All they asked for was justice. And I've seen some people go, well, someone's been, charged, detained. But time and time again, we've seen this happen with no indictment, with no sentencing, with no punishment. So that doesn't actually feel like progress. That feels like, here. Not only do we want to see appropriate justice, indictments, convictions, we want to see the entire police organization renovated. We need a whole investigation. I am just one person, and this is just one person's thoughts, one person's point of view. And you watching, you're just one person. But what we can do when we actually come together for each other is what the future of this country is all about. It definitely ain't about the past. There's no Make America Great Again But it is about the future. We have to keep saying Black Lives Matter until you people who are saying all lives matter actually fucking mean that. If you believe that all lives matter, then where is your outrage for the Black lives, the Black trans lives, taken senselessly, unnecessarily, brutally from police brutality? If you say all lives matter, then you believe Black lives matter. But to me, all lives matter. Y'all wasn't saying before we started saying Black lives matter. So part of me feels like all lives matter is fake equality and full-on anti-Blackness. I'm proud of the women. I'm proud of all the women and the Black women who have been going off, speaking their minds, organizing, leading, protesting, protecting. All I can do is show my support, and all I can do is vent and express myself and just point you in the direction of the leaders. Because they're out there. And I still love my Blackness. And I still love your Blackness. And I still believe that everybody's life matters. But until we start treating each life equally and respecting each life equally, we got to say Black lives matter. We got to say Indigenous lives matter. We have to say trans lives matter. Once people realize what's actually going on, we're going to realize we're less divided than we thought. Follow some people in Minneapolis, man. I might have to put some ats in my story so y'all can know who to follow. Because the real story is not being told fully. I'm proud of you, Minneapolis. I'm proud of all the people who are protecting the community. Shout out to Pimento for holding it down, having supplies. Shout out to Rafi. Shout out to Sophia Eris. Shout out to Sean Anonymous, Janessa. I hope that everybody can just really see this for what it is. Open your mind, open your heart. Listen. Believe. And when you see that vandalism and when you see that senseless violence, know that that ain't us. It's not them. All right. I just had to say what I had to say. I love everybody. Thank you so much for speaking up, speaking out, showing your support. Wear a mask. When you're out here demonstrating, wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask, wear some gloves, wear some goggles. Low key, everybody needs to have some goggles on. We're still in a pandemic. I've seen a few of the videos of the police officers who are like, you know, that one the cop in Atlanta and a bunch of cops on TikTok. But those TikTok cops, when you're in the field, that's where it matters. yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Y'all stay safe. Everybody stay safe. This is the most interesting situation of all time. And I'm just talking about period.